Right, and oh, excuse me, and there also, I mean, I think you have to remember that this is politics, and that in a lot of situations, even though it doesn't have to be, it is us against them. And I'm sorry, but the Democrats are cooler. They have cooler people. You know what I mean? Like when you watch the conventions, even down to the way that Democrats and Republicans dance. Like if you were to watch how these Republicans were dancing and the music that they chose, like we had Kanye, we had, will.i.am, we had, and I don't even, they had these, old ladies with boas and that's cool. They're just jealous that we have all of this, all of this celebrity power. You know what I'm saying? And they try to use it against us. So.
Let me just say something for a minute, which is that I just said, the thing about it is that we're just Americans and we care about it just the way that you do. I think people see a lot of celebrity stuff on TV and it seems very abstract. Like, we all ride around limos all day and sleep in baskets full of puppies and just drink champagne and, I had a bowl of diamonds for breakfast today. We're just working Americans, and most actors, there's that 1% of the stratosphere that is living that way. And most of us are just working Americans. We pay taxes, we worry about healthcare, we have children, we care about the same things that you do. If the lady that checked out your groceries at the supermarket could get a crowd to come and talk about politics, her opinions would be just as valid as ours. We're just providing a service for a cause that we believe in. And it's a gift as a celebrity to be able to show up at an event and get people to listen. Not that I think that my ideas are better than everybody else's, but if I can help, if I can show up and help, if we can help, that's all we're here to do. We're not here to be like, we're so fabulous. We're just here to hopefully get you guys to think about how fabulous you are and the changes that you can make. You're the celebrities of your own lives. You ain't nobody.
Okay, last question. And we're staying away from all the really policy-heavy questions, so I'm going to ask this one because I think it's important. What is the most important issue to you during this election cycle?
I mean, it's just a tribute to how, as I said before, we are in such a bad place. Like when you just asked me that question, eight answers came flooding through my head, and I honestly can't put one ahead of the other because I am getting older, and now the idea of a family is right on us. So education is there, and I'm just trying to figure out what kind of a world my children are going to grow up in. So I don't even have an answer for that. You know what I mean? I guess if we could clear up, all of these wars that we're in, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Start there so that we could, start focusing more on our own country. Yeah, for starters.
Well, it sounds like this dependence on oil, if we could really put all this time into innovation and experimenting with different ways of creating new energy, that would solve like a lot of different things, right? Because it would clean up our planet. It would provide new jobs. I mean, remember when they said like we're going to go to space? People probably were like, what, whatever, and they did, and then how many, scientific things have they discovered because of this that have health issues and whatever, and so there's that, and then there's the fact that we just won't be reliant on these other countries for oil, which then of course goes into the whole terrorism thing. And so it seems like this idea that he has to really in the next 10 years put the the money into that, where they said, like, let's put the money into going to the moon, and they did. I think they could do that with this and figure out how to get our cars riding around on whatever. I don't understand all the different energies, but you know, that and then, you know, there'll be great inventions and new jobs and new factories and new places to solve these economic problems that we're having for people to go into. And so, I don't know, it's a boring answer, but I think it's, you know, probably.
I would say two things. I would say the one thing that's most important to me is that we have a government that feels like it is responsible to its citizens again. I think if you look at what's happened over the last 8 years, it's we've had an administration that decides what it wants to do and then figures out a way to, if they can't persuade you it's the right way to go, they'll lie about it to get you to figure out it's the right way to go. And then when we all discover that they were lying about it, they come up with a new set of lies to cover the old set of lies. And I would like a government that respects the American people, respects that we all, because now what you're seeing, and I don't want to get too